Beauty is currency. Sadly, we live in a world where likes and followers determines one's worth. We are now being faced to confront this very harsh reality. But what happens when you reduce a woman to just her physical appearance? You're either too hairy, you're too skinny, or too fat, or too dark. So a woman is now vetted by how she looks and not by what she carries upstairs, her intellectual prowess. Over the years, we have seen beauty evolve from being skinny as a standard to now having curvier women at the forefront of mainstream media. A classic example is the Kardashian family. The Kardashian family, including Robert, Chris, and their children, were relatively an unknown family until the early 2000s. During the year 2000, there were controversies surrounding the Kardashians, especially their father Robert and O.J. Simpson. It's quite a messy one, so I'm not going to get into it. But now fast forward to 2007, the Kardashian family rose to fame. The family launched their reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashian, which became a surprising hit. I'm saying surprisingly because this was a show that did not have any elements of entertainment. I mean, there were no dancing, there were no singing talents, but then the show blew up and it was solely based on their lifestyle. I remember I used to watch them when I was a teenager, right? I used to watch them and I would say I was greatly influenced by a lot of things. I mean, their dressing, how they looked, their hair, and loads of other things. Kim Kardashian, also known as Kim K, is a stunning woman, by the way. She is arguably the most liked and most popular sister, basically deemed the most beautiful as well, owing to the fact that she has more pleasing physical features compared to her sister. Amongst all the siblings, she was the one that had the most bubbly, compared to her sisters, and it was quite different. And surprisingly, this body type started to spring up during the era where it was mostly skinny models that we would see on our TV screens. So this family were great influencers to what the beauty standard is right now. Critics argue that the Kardashians lack talent and rely on their physical appearance, controversy, and strategic marketing to maintain their lifestyle. There was one time where an intimate video with Kim Kardashian in it and a music star like that leaked. And after that, the views on their reality TV shows skyrocketed. So there have been debates on if that video was released intentionally or if it was done intentionally. Well, that's by the way. But yeah, it's just a pointer to what the media promotes, right? So
it's your talent, and I jokingly said actually to my husband the other day, I said, you know what, my next answer should be, like, sarcastically, how lucky am I if I don't sing and I don't dance but I'm still doing what I'm doing? How easy is my job? I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to be on stage like you working, so hard, but we're still driving the same car, we're still living the same life, so lucky me, if it was that easy.
The debate surrounding the Kardashians' talent and fame continues, with opinions divided on their impact.
You don't really act, you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't have any, forgive me, any talent.
But we're still entertaining people. I think it's more of a challenge for you to go on a reality show and get people to fall in love with you for being you. So there is definitely a lot more pressure, I think, to be famous for being ourselves than to play a character.
But I don't think we disagree.
Like, none of us think we have talents. Like, none of us think we could sing or act or dance.
So whether she's talented or not, the fact still remains that these people or these individuals have greatly influenced what the beauty standards are today. So I work as a project manager and I also coordinate events. I have seen instances where ushers, there's this thing you do where you have hostesses hosting an event. So you have ushers who are usually girls. You would have planners or even conveners of events ask that you have light-skinned girls in front, curvier looking girls in front, and it just begs to wonder that, okay, So you need hostesses. Aren't you concerned if this person can easily communicate or if this person is smart? But what you're concerned about is if they are light-skinned or if they are curvy, and you get. So it's crazy what the standards are today. It is what it is, actually, and I think we need to talk more about it and shed more light. And let me not even get into colorism, because that's another topic entirely. So this next subject is Paris Hilton, and it wouldn't be a surprise that Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton are friends, or we're very good friends. I don't know of now, but there are videos and pictures of them vibing together. We don't know what their relationship is like now. Well, that's by the way. But this is someone who at some point growing up I would see a lot in my face, and I would ask myself, what are these people into? What do they do? But you couldn't really pinpoint what they were into in terms of their talent or their profession, one would say. And an intimate tape of Paris Hilton was leaked, which was followed by her reality TV show called The Simple Life between the year 2003 and 2007. This was a huge success. However, she wasn't doing anything significant. She was usually her partly self, fashion savvy, and was just partying, hanging out with a few celebrities here and there, and was somehow able to maintain a persona on the tabloid. Following her launch to fame, she decided to try her hands out in a DJ career, an endorsement deals, fashion line, all of which did not seem to really thrive per se, right? You know, you need talent for something to work, right? Just like her friend Kim Kardashian, her critics would argue that she lacks talent, but solely relies on her family's wealth, name, and recognition to keep up the lifestyle. Sadly, even social media now would favor and promote a page that is based on perverted content, women dancing with their butt cheeks out, half naked, and the rest. It's crazy. Now you have young girls and women that feel like they are not worthy because they don't look like the celebrity on TV or the girl on TikTok or the beauty queen on billboards. The constant bombardment of unattainable beauty ideas lead to body dissatisfaction, low self-esteem, and mental issues like depression and anxiety. A perfect example is the rise in eating disorder amongst teenage girls. So you have girls that would go a day without eating anything. There was one time one popular model's diet plan was all over social media, went viral. They were forced to eat as little as a bean for the day just so they don't go past a certain number on the scale.
This is the insane 1300 calorie Victoria's Secret model diet. Please never eat this little. So to start the day off, they have a shot of apple cider vinegar. This is grim. And then for the first meal of the day, it's kind of an avocado grapefruit salad. And then when lunchtime rolls around, it's meal number 2, and it's some kind of like lean meat like chicken into a salad. And then they have a snack of berries and nuts. And then for the last meal of the day, it's some kind of carb sauce like sweet potato with another lean meat and loads of veg as well. Can't be funny eating that little calories. I'd never do it. Don't need to eat that little.
It's crazy. You have girls saving up for plastic surgery. They want to have the tiny waist and the big butt. Do you if you can, but I feel like we shouldn't do this because we want to impress people, or we are doing it because we are being bombarded left and right. Our favorite influencer or our favorite actress has done lipo, so we feel like we need to do that. If you want to go for a BBL surgery or liposuction,
it should be because you want to, not because of
in fact, you shouldn't be. I feel like it's kind of dicey, right? Some people would argue that you have the right to do whatever you want to do. If something doesn't make you feel confident, you should fix it, right? If you have the money. But most at times, not being confident in yourself due to a feature that you have is greatly because the society says it shouldn't be so. For instance, now we of the black race, if you don't have like Eurocentric features, a pointed nose, petite lips and all of that, you would be termed not beautiful. Crazy how the beauty industry is evolving now. You have beauty influencers or this popular figures going for lip fillers.
What you is something I see so much of in my clinic. A lot of patients come wanting lips looking like hers, but do you want her Instagram lips or the ones she actually has? Her lips have actually started to migrate, and we can see this in this video here, where she's overlined the top lip and also the bottom to give a full, more plump lip.
You know, what was not acceptable is now being used against us and being accepted. Lastly, lack of representation and opportunities for women who don't fit society beauty norm. Women who don't conform to traditional beauty standards face marginalization and exclusions from opportunities in media. Example, even in the workplace, like the example I gave earlier, where you have event coordinators or event conveners requesting for girls that fit a certain standard. You have tall, skinny, light-skinned. Why do you think someone who is light-skinned is better than a dark-skinned lady?
But it's proven time and time again that people who are tall, physically fit, and facially symmetrical are oftentimes more successful than others in the workplace.
I feel like if we have more conversations about this, more voices will be heard.
And, you know, you don't know where a revolution will start from.
Well, let's take a look at some women who have gone ahead to defy these beauty standards, just to remind our girlies out there that if the society say you don't fit, you can create your own space and make yourself loud. Like, you need to be so loud about it, because how do these things get relevance is because the conveners are loud about it. So as a girl, if you feel like you don't fit in, trust me, there's a space for you, and you can create your own space and thrive beautifully. Let's look at Lizzo, for instance. Lizzo's breakthrough came in 2019 with her third album called "Cause I Love You" and her hit single "Juice." Oh, I love Lizzo. I really don't know, I just love her. I like the fact that she cares less about what anybody says, and it's crazy, her song blew a couple of years after it was released, and I want to believe that the society is progressing, because then I'm sure, because you know, a thick lady, what are you looking for in the mainstream media? But she defied those odds and went ahead to win a Grammy.
I am a fat black woman. I grew up when this was not the beauty standard. I did not see this on stages, in magazines, on television, in movies, winning awards. But I made it happen because I believed in myself. I spoke to myself every single day with love. It took a long time, but I got there. And I am no different than any of you in this room. Every single day, you need to take some time out your day and say something kind about yourself. Even if it's you're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect.
Her empowering lyrics, energetic performances, and unapologetic self-love resonated with audience and a lot of women. It just shows you that there is a large margin and chunk of women that needs to be seen. And of course, the bullies did not spare her. She has been greatly criticized concerning her weight, her body exposure. Some said, oh, she doesn't have a flattering body, and as such she shouldn't be posting as much. But my girl would still post her bikini pictures. You know, yes, if a skinny person can wear bikini and be all sexy about it, why shouldn't a plus-size lady feel like that as well?
It doesn't matter how much positive energy you put into the world, you're still gonna have people who have something mean to say about you. I make music that I like, that's important to me, and I make music that I hope helps people. Period. Every artist that's great has went through the same type of criticism. That's why I'm not afraid of it.
It's just a classic example of objectification. Here you have a beautiful woman who has a powerful voice, knows how to play a musical instrument, but then the focus is now on her physical appearance. I think it's crazy. It's not fair. It shouldn't be acceptable. It shouldn't be the norm. Not because I am plus sized, but I love how unapologetic she is in her music videos. The body positivity, inclusivity, for me, it is, girl, be you, the world would adjust, you know. Lizzo's journey serves as a testament to the power of self-love, resilience, and the authenticity in the face of adversity. Be you, the world would adjust. Let's take a look at Denai Gurira. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, you know. Born in US to a Zimbabwean parent, she grew up in Zimbabwe in Africa and later moved to the US. At a point, she developed a passion for writing and acting, and also went ahead to star in one of the blockbusters of our time. But tell me why a beautiful woman is now criticized for being too dark. Like literally, bullies called her too dark, too strong. Like, I really did not get where that was coming from, just because she did not meet the standard of being skinny and, you know, girly girl. I feel like there are different expressions to being a woman, in a positive light, I must say. And just because she was different did not mean that she should now be secluded or bullied for that. Gurira was body shamed, criticized for being too African. It's crazy. Is there anything as being too African? I mean, I'm from Africa, so is there anything as even being too white? If you do not know who Gurira is, she is a phenomenal actress, starred in blockbusters as The Walking Dead, Black Panther, and a couple of other movies. So having mentioned this is just a short note to ladies and women that are typically not deemed beautiful, and because of this they have put themselves in a box. You need to shine regardless. You need to show your light. You are a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. So do not let anybody tell you you are less. I want you to look at these women who have defied these beauty standards, and not because they are different or they have different heads or they have two heads like my African parents would say, but because they decided to be vocal and bold about it. So if a door is being shut in your face, baby girl, work hard and buy the building. They must know. You get what I mean? So I just hope that as we progress, our children's children get to meet a more acceptable society, a more friendly society where they are not being judged by the color of the skin or by the facial features or the nature of their hair and whatnot. So I really would love this I would really love to keep this conversation going in the comment section below. If there is anything you would like to impute to this video, please leave it in the comment section, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Remember, you are beautiful, wonderfully made in his image, and don't listen to the lie of the devil. Sometimes the lie might be from the society, but it's from the devil. So remember to carry your heads and your shoulders held high, because you are a woman and you are a beautiful one at that, and also talented. So yeah, the world is for your taking. To have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.